All right, what's up, y'all? Welcome back, Bear Down. And there can be some negativity to be able to be brought from this. You see some of it starting already on Twitter, people being super down, but I'm actually super stoked about this. Gives Kyle Monangai and Austin Booker opportunities that they might not have otherwise got as many snaps. Tell you what I'm talking about here. The Bears have released their injury report, and it looks like a couple key guys are going to be out. I'm not going to take myself off here because all these guys at the bottom, they are all playing in the game. They're full participants. Cole Kmet, DJ Moore, Roma Dunze, Tyreek Stevenson, Joe Tooney, Lamade Zakia. So that's great news. All these guys are back. Grady Jarrett should be back as well. Did not participate, but it lists here it was for rest. So we're going to assume as much. Amen Ogbongbemiga did not get activated from the injury list from the IR injury reserve, so he would have to be next week because he was in the 21-day window, or else he's going to be out for the year. I would assume since he's been a full participant, he will be next week, but who will they cut for that? That's a story for another day. Up here, though, Luther Burden III, Roshan Johnson, Dominique Robinson, and DeAndre Swift all ruled out for this week's game against the Bengals. And initially looking at that, you're like, Roshan Johnson and DeAndre Swift out for the game? That's rough. And I agree with you. So you'll probably see something like Britton Brown being called up from the practice squad. He can be elevated 3 different times. So he has not been elevated yet. He was decent in the preseason, more of a fullback type of role. So I would expect that. Kyle Monangai, Travis Homer will probably be leading the way. I would expect Kyle Monangai to get 80% of the snaps at running back. I would. Travis Homer is very useful in pass blocking, so you'll see him in quite a bit, I would assume. But Britton Brown will probably get called up to the 53-man roster just so you have a third one on the roster as well. So that is kind of deflating news to have both of them out, but it is a huge opportunity for Kyle Monangai, who has led. I take that back. He was leading until Marion Hampton just absolutely obliterated everybody. Here's all rookie running backs this year, and you can see Kyle Monangai 4th right there in yards per attempt at 4.4. But you look at the missed tackles forced, and you look at per rep. So attempt only 42 for Kyle Monangai. He has 12 missed tackles forced. The only one that's even in the same range as him is Omarion Hampton, who is better per rep. 1 missed tackle per every 3 attempts for him. Those guys are cutting the lead, but Kyle Monangai at 4.4 is 4th among rookie running, and this will give him an opportunity to get some more reps because you can see some of these other guys who are meant to be workhorses for their team. Ashton Genty, 132 attempts so far. Quinshon Judkins, 130. Scadaboo, 131, who is now out for the year with a gruesome ankle injury. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, 82 attempts. Kyle Monangai is going to get quite a few reps. I would expect, I'm going to guess around 20 reps in this game. That's just a guess and an assumption from Adam. But that's a good opportunity for him to establish himself. He can get 4.4 yards per attempt like he's been averaging. That's an 88-yard game. He could have a 100-yard game this week with DeAndre Swift and Roshan Johnson out. So this is a big opportunity for Kyle Monangai to have a big game for the Bears. And of course, as we know, it was just a couple weeks ago against the Saints that he had his big breakout game. You look down here and you can see Kyle Monangai. He had 13 attempts, 81 yards, 6.2 per attempt. See over here on the side, 94 all-purpose yards, 6.2 yards per rush, 1 touchdown, 2 missed tackles forced. So that was his breakout game. This could be a huge game for Kyle Monangai. So I'm super stoked to see him get the spot start here. I've already started him in if you saw my short, I made a short as soon as the news came out. I did not draft DeAndre Swift. I didn't have an opportunity in my fantasy football league, but I did obviously pick up Kyle Monangai before anybody else could as a Bears fan, and it's going to be a huge spot start for him. I'm starting him in my flex 100%. I'm very stoked. The other big news on there, the one worth mentioning, is Dominique Robinson is out this week. So injury for Dom Rob. He will not be playing, but Austin Booker back. That means he's going to be the primary rotational guy with Dio Odengbo and Montez Sweat. And there could be several times you see Dio kicked in because he's playing better on the in, and Austin Booker playing on the outside on the edge there. It'll be interesting to see how they rotate that. Could we see Jamry Croma called up? A favorite of mine from last year, the year before, when he made the practice squad, when he was an undrafted free agent. Could we see Jamry Croma called up? I don't know yet. We'll see. But Daniel Hardy should get some reps on the other side as well. He got some last week with some injuries as well. So Austin Booker, big opportunity for him. As we know, in the preseason, Austin Booker had a huge preseason. Will pull me off for this one. This is all defensive ends, not just rookie, not just sophomore. This is every defensive end in this preseason. He only played 2 games because then he got injured, and that's why he's been out on the IR all year. 2 games. And in those 2 games, he had more sacks than anybody else in the entire league. So 5 sacks in 2 games, 9 total pressures in 2 games, 9 pressures and 30 pass rush opportunities, which led to him having the highest PFF grade out of any defensive end in all of football during this preseason. Will that translate into the season? I have no freaking idea. It's preseason. That's why they play the preseason. But it was a good tune-up, a good thing to see for Austin Booker, to see him getting pressure, to see him taking that sophomore leap in the preseason. Now let's see if he can translate that into the regular season. Dom Rob out. You've got Montez Sweat, you got Dio Odengbo, and Austin Booker's going to be getting a lot of reps in rotation there. So I'm very stoked and excited to see what he can do this week. All right, that's it for this video. A little update on the injury report. I'm sure some of you have seen it, but there's my take on it. I'm not doom and gloom like everyone else. I'm stoked to see Kyle Monangai get his reps. I'm stoked to see Austin Booker back and to see what he can do, because by all means, guys, I've made videos about him being comparable to Max Crosby, just young and unrefined and needs to build his body more and needs to get some years in the league. This is an opportunity for him to do that, and we need a Max Crosby 2.0 on this team. We need someone that can be able to get the pressure on the quarterback, because the Bears are among the bottom in the league. We're either 30th or 29th right now. I can't remember. I need to look it up, but I was just excited for the news, so I wanted to get it to you. So with that, happy Halloween. Comment in the video as well what your favorite candy is. I'm more of a Kit Kat kind of guy. Snickers sometimes too. But what's your favorite candy for Halloween? And if you got kids that you're going to go out and trick or treat with, stay safe out there. Have a safe, productive, happy Halloween. And until next time, da Bears and bear down. Enjoy the game this weekend. I don't do anything on the weekends anymore because I'm trying to take the weekends for me and my family and my kids. But enjoy the game, guys.